And I'm Brad Muscle.
And we're here with Muscle Board Games.
Today we're going to review King of Tokyo, which is a game for 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up, although you're how old?
4.5.
4.5 years old, and your younger brother, who is how old?
3.
3, plays as well, although what does he usually do?
Gets damage.
He usually just goes for damage, so he doesn't necessarily pick up on some of the nuances in terms of the strategy or what to do, but moral of the story is that 8 and up is probably a little high. You could definitely play this with 6-year-olds and maybe even younger. Time listed is 30 minutes, although I don't think we played this a lot, and I don't think we've ever had a game that's taken 30 minutes. So some games are over in 10 minutes and on up to maybe, I'd say average is 15-20 minutes. So should we show them what's in here?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing I guess I would say in general about the components is there's not a lot in the box to speak of, but what you get is nice. I mean, it's cool. So this is our main board, if you will. It shows Tokyo. And
These.
what are those?
I'm not sure.
They're counters, which are used with some of the cards that are included.
Yeah.
So some of the cards will require you to place counters on people's monsters and so on and so forth. And these are, what are those?
Different kinds of cards.
The different kind of cards. There's 66 cards that are included. And one thing I was impressed with is, you know, I was expecting, okay, 10 different kinds or 6 different kinds of 10 each or something along those lines. But almost all the cards are unique. There's a couple that are duplicates, but for the most part they're all different. And they really do add a lot in terms of variability and replayability. So that was a nice feature, I felt like. What else do you have to say about the components?
They're good.
They're good. Okay, should we show them some other stuff that's in here? One thing before I forget, a couple things actually. So when we're unboxing the game, which you can also view our unboxing video on this game, the rules fell out when we unsealed it because they were on the bottom of the box, and I'm not sure why. I've never seen that, and it's not necessary since it easily fits in the box. But be that as it may, not necessarily a negative thing, not a negative thing at all, really. Just thought I would point that out. So lots of cool cards, like we said, and one thing that I think is kind of cool are these unique dice, which we love to roll. I guess one other thing I will mention that's, I guess, is a negative, on your player boards and the monster boards, they do kind of fray rather easily, like you can see on this one. We have played this game a lot, but that actually ended up happening very early on. Not a big deal, but other than that, again, you don't get a ton of components, but what you get are pretty cool. She's a big fan of these. What are these?
Energy cubes.
Energy cubes. So kind of cool green energy cubes, and that's what you use, the resource you use more or less
If you
to.
get all of these different kind of things, then you can buy. If you buy this card and you get all these things, it gives you 9 points.
Yeah, the energy cubes are the resource you use to buy the cards, and this is a bit one of our favorite cards. It allows you, if you roll your 6 dice and end up getting every possible face up, then it's a way to get 9 points. So nice chunk of points. Another card that she's showing you there.
It's a new card.
It's a new card, one that we haven't had.
This card, and it gives you 3 points.
It gives you 3 points, so that's an example of a card.
So if you need 3 more points to get to 20 to win, then you could always take this card.
You could take that card. If you have what? What do you need to get it?
5 energy.
5 energy cubes. So provided you have the energy required to get it, which you get energy by rolling lightning. And we will get too much into how to play the game, but you know, you get energy via the lightning. This deals damage.
This is friend of
This is
children.
how you heal. Another type of card.
Friend of children.
A little bit about the gameplay in general. Do you think this game's fun?
Yeah.
It's definitely fun. Fun and addictive. Not only do kids love it, but I actually find myself wanting to play it quite a bit too.
Here's a good card. It gives you an extra turn every turn.
An extra reroll every turn. So normally you can roll 3 times to try to get what you want.
Yeah.
That's a really good card, actually. We like that one.
Because it gives you 4 rolls.
4 rolls, actually. The giant brain. Very nice. Only costs you 5 energy cubes. So, fun and addictive, though. We played it 26 times. I'm a geek. I keep track of the scores and who won and whatnot. We played 26 times in less than a month. So that tells you something about how fun and addictive it is.
This one you keep.
Yep, so some cards you keep or discard, and it tells you at the bottom. Let's go ahead and set the cards aside, honey, and show them the other stuff, okay? Can you set up the monsters? Show them how those work. So, component-wise, the other cool thing, especially for kids, are the cool monsters. 6 different unique monsters. Another thing in terms of gameplay, very short. So when you get it out, you're going to be playing multiple times. As I mentioned, 30 minutes. We never played a game that took that long, even when we had 4 or 5 people playing. Most games are 10 to 20 minutes, I would say. Very accessible, so again, 3- and 4-year-olds play. We had Grandma and Grandpa play the other day, and they liked it, so that's one thing I find really attractive about this game, is that it appeals to all ages. In terms of strategy, there's not a lot in terms of strategy. It is, plays in a short amount of time, so you can't expect too much.
These monsters are going against each other.
And they're all going to go against each other throughout the game.
Yes.
So not a lot of strategy,
So
don't
like,
expect too much.
I would roll the dice. I don't know what to go for.
You don't know what to go for?
I guess I'll go for energy.
So then you have to decide what you want to try to go for, given the first roll.
Then I'll take another one. So this is my 3rd roll. I get 2 energy.
And she opts to take the 2 energy cubes that time. Okay.
Take 2 energy.
So I mentioned the strategy. Tactics-wise, this is a very tactical game. You're going to have to be making adjustments all the time to what other people are doing, what they've rolled. There is a fair amount of luck involved. It is, that goes without saying, given the dice. You might think you're fine with 5 hearts, 5 health, or 6 health even, and then get toasted if somebody happens to roll 6 damage. You're in Tokyo, you roll 6 damage, you're out of the game just like that. So that can happen. What else? I like the dynamic nature of the game. The 2 winning conditions. You can either try to eliminate all the other monsters by getting their health down to 0, or be the first one to score 20 points. So I like that. And none of our games really feel like they play the same. So granted, there's only 2 winning conditions, but sometimes you'll have people very close to the 20 points. Other times, it'll be a battle to try to get everyone out in terms of the health. So definitely a lot of variability in terms of how games play out. Again, very big fan of the cards. We love the cards. Love the variability they add to the game. Theme-wise, what do you think of the theme? Do you like what the game's about?
Yes.
What's the game about?
King of Tokyo.
That's the name of the game. What's the game about? What do you do in the game?
You buy cards. You get to go in Tokyo. You roll the dice.
It's about monsters beating up on each other, more or less. In some, right? And who doesn't like that theme? Yeah.
I got 3 energy cubes.
3 energy cubes.
On my first turn.
In some, I think it's a good value for a little under 30. That's what we paid for it. It's definitely worth it. I think it's already paid for itself, to be quite honest, in terms of how many times we've already played it. I would rate this an 8.5 out of 10, and that shows how much I would want to play it. And if I was adjusting it for what it was made for, it might even be higher. So very good game by a very good designer. What are your final thoughts? Is this one of your favorite games ever?
Yes.
Do you like it more than Zularetto?
No.
Oh, okay. A close second?
It's very close.
Very close second. So, definitely get your stamp of approval.
So,
Would you play this anytime, anywhere, with anyone?
Yes.
Yes. So, is that all we have to say, or do you have anything else to say?
So, I rolled the dice and I got 4 energy.
Alright, once again, energy. So, one of our favorite features of the game. So anything else to add? I think that about wraps it up. Definitely, especially if you have kids, you can't go wrong with this game. And even if you don't have kids, I still find myself wanting to play it all the time. So, kudos, Richard Garfield. You got a winner.